Hello friends. So from today we are going to start a series on static GK. This will be useful for any examination. So we will cover it in a series of lectures. Today we will discuss part 1 which deals with wildlife sanctuaries and national parks in India. So protected areas. These are basically areas where human occupation and exploitation of resources is limited. IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature. It is the world's oldest environmental conservation organization. It publishes the Red Data Book. You should know. Red Data Book, it gives the conservation status of species. The headquarters of IUCN is at Gland, Switzerland. So basically there are 4 types of protected areas identified in India. National Park, Wildlife Sanctuaries, Conservation Reserves and Marine Protected Areas. There are 104 national parks, 551 wildlife sanctuaries, 88 conservation reserves. So in totality we have 870 protected areas. Some facts are given here. So Wildlife Protection Act was enacted in 1972. Project Tiger was launched in 1st of April 1973. Project Elephant was launched in 1992. Friends, write in comment section which is the national icon for India. We have National Heritage Animal of India, elephant, National Aquatic Animal, river dolphin. Now let's discuss about some differences between wildlife sanctuaries and national park. So national park is basically for the protection of entire habitat. So it has more restrictions than wildlife sanctuaries. That will be clear to you once you go through these differences. So grazing of livestock can be done in wildlife sanctuaries, whereas it is entirely prohibited in national park. No human settlement, but human activity allowed in wildlife sanctuary, whereas in national park neither human activity nor human settlement, both are not allowed. Wildlife sanctuary enjoy lesser degree of protection. National park enjoy greater degree of protection. Wildlife sanctuary can be created for a particular species, but national park don't focus on any particular species. Instead, it focuses on the entire habitat. Both are notified by the state government. Wildlife sanctuary is mentioned in IUCN category 4 protected areas, whereas national park is mentioned in IUCN category 2 protected areas. So we will cover parks and wildlife sanctuaries state-wise. Though there are many wildlife sanctuaries and national park, but all are not important from our exam point of view. We will only discuss some important parts. So in Assam we have Kaziranga National Park, Manas National Park. Both are important because both these are UNESCO World Heritage Site declared in 1985. Then we have Garampani Wildlife Sanctuary, Nameri Wild National Park, Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park. This is again important. Dibru-Saikova National Park. Then in Sikkim we have Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary, Kyongno Sala Wildlife Sanctuary, Kanchenjunga National Park. In 2016 it was given the status of UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a mixed World Heritage Site. Why? Because it is found for the protection of Buddhist culture as well as for the natural sites. Then in Tripura we have 2 major protected areas, Gomti Wildlife Sanctuary, Rajbari National Park. So you must be aware that Rajbari National Park is located in the Trishna Wildlife Sanctuary of Tripura. So this Trishna Wildlife Sanctuary is again important. Manipur. This is very important. It appears in almost every examination. Kebul Lamjau National Park. It is the first and the only floating national park that is located on Lake Loktak. It is famous for brow-antled deer. Since it is very famous, you should be aware with some basic facts about Loktak Lake. It is the largest freshwater lake in Northeast and also known as Lifeline of Manipur. This lake has something that is known as Phondies. It is basically covering 70% portion of this Loktak Lake. It is nothing but a mass of vegetation that has deposited after several stages of decomposition and now floating over it. Then we have Arunachal Pradesh, in which Namdapha Wildlife Sanctuary, which is famous for red giant and flying squirrel. Pakey Wildlife Sanctuary, Mauling National Park. So these are three important protected areas of Arunachal Pradesh. Then we have Jammu and Kashmir. Here we have Ramnagar Wildlife Sanctuary, Nandi Wildlife Sanctuary, Dachigam National Park, Hemis High Altitude Park, Salim Ali National Park or City Forest National Park. One point to be noted here is that Hemis High Altitude Park, it is the India's largest national park. Friends, write in comment section which is world's largest national park. Then coming to Punjab, here we have three major protected areas: Bir Buner Khedi Wildlife Sanctuary, Harike Wildlife Sanctuary, Bir Moti Bagh Wildlife Sanctuary. Then coming to Himachal Pradesh, it has plethora of protected areas. A Great Himalayan National Park has been given the status of UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2014. It also has Rupi Bhabha Sanctuary, Manali Sanctuary, Renuka Wildlife Sanctuary, Indar Kila National Park, Kheer Ganga National Park, Pin Valley National Park, Simbal Bara National Park, Lipa Asrang National Park, Wildlife Sanctuary, sorry. Then in Uttarakhand again it is very important: Rajaji National Park, Jim Corbett National Park, Govind Pashu Vihar National Park and Sanctuary, Malone Wildlife Sanctuary, Nandhor Wildlife Sanctuary, Valley of Flower National Park, Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. So here Valley of Flower and Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, both these are UNESCO World Heritage Site. Friends, this is a very current affair question. Jim Corbett, which was one of the oldest national park of India, earlier known as Halle National Park, it has set up country's first quarantine facility for animals. Okay, and three rivers crosses this park: River Kosi, Ramganga, and Somnadi. Then in Uttar Pradesh we have two major protected areas: Chandraprabha Sanctuary and Dudhwa National Park. In Bihar again we have Bhimban Sanctuary and Valmiki Tiger Reserve. In Jharkhand we have three major protected areas: Betla National Park, Palamu National Park and Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary. In Chhattisgarh we also have three protected areas: Indravati National Park, Guru Ghasidas and Kanger Valley. In Madhya Pradesh there are so many protected areas. We have just mentioned here some important ones: Kanha National Park, Bandhavgarh National Park, Panna National Park, Pench National Park, Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary, Mandsaur. Then in Rajasthan we have Ranthambore National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, now known as Keoladio National Park. It is again UNESCO World Heritage Site. Then we have Tal Chhapar Wildlife Sanctuary, Sariska Wildlife Sanctuary. Gujarat again has plethora of protected areas. One point you should know: India's first marine wildlife sanctuary and first marine wildlife sanctuary were created in Gulf of Kutch in 1980 and 1982 respectively. So whenever you heard about India's first marine wildlife sanctuary, Gujarat should come into your mind. Then it has Gir National Park, again very important, Indian Wild Ass Sanctuary, Blackbuck National Park. It is in Velvadar. Nal Sarovar Bird Sanctuary, Bani Grassland Reserve, Marine National Park we have already discussed, Vansda National Park, also known as Vansda National Park. Maharashtra again has so many protected areas: Koina Wildlife Sanctuary, Radnagiri Wildlife Sanctuary, Fansad Wildlife Sanctuary, Pench Sanjay Gandhi Wildlife Sanctuary, Mahim Nature Park, Mayani Bird Sanctuary, Chandoli National Park, Gugamal National Park, Navegaon National Park, Tadoba Andhari National Park. Then coming to Odisha, Chilka Lake Bird Sanctuary, Nandankanan Zoo, Simlipal National Park, Bhitarkanika National Park. These are four major protected areas of Odisha. Then coming to West Bengal, here we are having Sundarbans National Park. It has been given the status of UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987. Then we have Buxa Tiger Reserve. You can remember it with the Battle of Buxar because it was fought in Bengal region. Gormukha National Park, Jaldapara National Park, Neora Valley National Park, Singalila National Park. So these are basically protected areas of West Bengal. Then in Haryana we have two major protected areas, Sultanpur Bird Sanctuary and Kalesar National Park. Karnataka, again it is having so many protected areas. Someshwara Wildlife Sanctuary, Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary, Bandipur Tiger Reserves and National Park, Anshi National Park, Banar Ghat Biological Park. Friends, this is the same park which was used by earlier Maharajas for their entertainment, for hunting. Then we have Kudremukh National Park, Nagarhole National Park, Dandeli Wildlife Sanctuary. Then in Kerala we have Parambikulam Wildlife Sanctuary, Aralam Wildlife Sanctuary, Periyar National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, Hatekat Bird Sanctuary, Kumarkom Bird Sanctuary, Anamudi Shola National Park, Silent Valley National Park, Pampadam Shola National Park, Mathiketam Shola National Park, Iravikulam National Park. So for 8th and 9th you can remember that whenever there is Shola word in the national park, it is in Kerala. In Tamil Nadu we have Mudumalai National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, Vedanthadal Bird Sanctuary, Mukurti National Park, Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. Gulf of Mannar, again you can relate it to Tamil Nadu. Gindi National Park, Annamalai Tiger Reserve, it was earlier known as Indira Gandhi Tiger Reserve. In Chandigarh we have Sukna Wildlife Sanctuary, City Birds Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is the pictographic view you can see. In Andhra Pradesh again we have these four major protected areas. Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve, it is a very important, you should know it. Papikonda National Park, Sri Venkateshwara National Park, Rajiv Gandhi National Park in Rameshwaram, Andhra Pradesh. Then we have three unprotected areas in Telangana, Kasu Brahmananda Reddy National Park, Mahavir Harin Vanasthali National Park, Murugwani National Park located in Hyderabad. Goa again it has three major areas, Bandla Wildlife Sanctuary, Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary, Bhagwan Mahavir Sanctuary and Molam National Park. So one Salim Ali protected area was also in Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir. So you can note down so that you don't have any confusion in future. Then Andaman and Nicobar again has so many wildlife sanctuaries and protected areas. Spike Island Wildlife Sanctuary, Defense Island, Flat Island, Barren Island Wildlife Sanctuary, Campbell Bay National Park, South Button Island National Park. It is famous for dugong or sea cow. It is basically a sea mammal. Saddle Peak National Park, then Rani Jhansi Marine National Park, Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park, these are important. Galthia National Park, Mount Harriet National Park. These are some of the protected areas in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Then in Nagaland we have Intanki National Park, Fakim Wildlife Sanctuary. So these are two major protected areas of Nagaland. Then in Mizoram we have Muldane National Park, Phaganpui National Park or Phagunpui Blue Mountain National Park. So basically we have just talked about some of the major protected areas in Indian states. There are so many other too, but we can't memorize everything. There is a limit. Moreover, friends, many of the teachers use mnemonics to remember them. But in my opinion, if you try to use that mnemonic technique, again you have to remember something. So I don't personally prefer them. If you like, you can make your own mnemonics. That might be useful for you. And we will continue this series. In next series probably we will discuss about biosphere reserves, and we will continue this series until and unless our entire static GK is completed. So do subscribe to our channel and share this with your friends, because it will going to be very useful. It will be not only for banking examination but for any examination that require knowledge of static GK. So do subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you and all the best.